What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Eddie's Life. Today I want to talk about train horns. I've had a lot of you guys ask me how I installed mine. Was it easy? No, it wasn't easy, but there are some kits that pretty much they put the horn, the compressor, everything goes in together. So I want to talk about the one I got and how I had to do it. Also, you might be wondering, well, what do you need a train horn for? Or why did I put a train horn on? I didn't even, to be honest with you, care for the train horn. I just wanted onboard air. Just in case something happened, or for an example, sometimes out in the desert, we need air. Yes, I got it also in my toy hauler, but it's nice to have it in the truck. So I'll show you guys how I mounted mine, but there are other ways out there to mount these train horns. And yes, note to self, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I left the switch on last night and spilt diesel pretty much all over my garage. There's one, I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but there's one bad thing about these transfer tanks, pumping it into the truck. If you do not remember to turn the switch off in your truck, it's going to come pretty much overfilling out of this tank. And I pretty much let it fill up and went inside, went to eat, came back a couple hours later, and diesel fuel all over the floor. Probably wasted 15 gallons or so. It went all under there too. If you guys can just smell what my garage smells like. Wow. So I'm going to show you guys the setup I got under here. Let's go get on the creeper first. Okay, so dang, that's dirty. I gotta clean that. So here's where I stuck my, let me get the light over here for you guys. Here's where I stuck one of my air chucks and the gauge. It goes up to, I believe, 160 or 150. Now, when you guys mount these the compressor, and by the way, this is a horn blaster kit. A lot of people don't like them. I've never had a problem with them. I've been running them for a long time. But they want the compressor mounted up. So just to give you an idea, I pretty much cut a plate right here. Let me get the light for you guys. I cut out a plate, plasma cutted it, and then I just pretty much welded it right here onto the back. So it's pretty much standing straight up. And yes, I did have to get rid of my spare tire. Just because, like I said, I wanted mainly onboard air, so I got a big 5-gallon tank. Some people do 2 compressors and 2 5-gallon tanks. I didn't need that much air. Like I said, I don't use this that often. And I've got the 4 horns. And then I put my other air chuck right over here. So depending on which side you're on, passenger side is here, and driver side is right over there. And how I mounted this, basically, if you guys want to do something like this, or you want to get rid of the spare tire, when you get rid of the spare tire, it makes it much easier. Pretty much, I just cut out a metal plate. See if I can get you the light over here. Cut out a metal plate from here to here, basically, to the end. Welded it right to my main frame. Put the horns on it. And yes, if you're wondering why I have them backwards, it's because last time I had a train horn, and every time I face them forward, it gets just full of debris, dirt, bugs, and they don't pretty much work as good. Sometimes, I had one that sounded like it was plugged up, which it was plugged up. It was full of dirt and mud. And yeah, that was the first time I went mudding, and the last time, because it was a pain cleaning it. So this is how I mounted the horns. And if you're wondering, well, it's going to sound weird backwards, it doesn't. It's so damn loud you can't tell which way they're facing. And the tank, same way. Cut out a piece of metal up here, welded it, and also cut out a piece of metal. Can I get there with you guys? Yeah, I cut out another one right up there. Let me see if I can get the camera in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Mounted it right there. I would say probably other than that, these aren't really that difficult to install. The hardest part is pretty much mounting everything. Running everything is pretty easy. Here's your release, here's your drain, get the water out. Pretty much the rest is all just, a bunch of lines. It's not that difficult. And I'll show you guys how I mounted it in the truck. Oh. So a lot of them come with pretty much that button to push. I hate that damn button. I think your horn should be, into the horn. So how I mounted it, or ran it, basically, I don't know if you guys can see that. Hold on, I'm going to have to get a light. So I wanted to still continue to have my regular horn and my train horn. So I wanted to pick pretty much what if a cop pulled me over, I can flip the switch and go back to the regular horn. So let me see if I can get this light stationed. Okay, so this switch right here, pretty much it's down. When it's down, it's just a regular horn. Now if I flip it up, that engages the train horn. If you go in the middle, there's nothing. It's dead. So up is train horn. I'm just not going to hit it right now because I don't want to piss off any neighbors. And down is the regular horn. Now to engage the compressor, because I wanted to be able to pretty much turn the compressor on, without the truck being on, just like I said, if I need air. When you flip this switch, that engages the compressor. And the compressor isn't really that loud. I'll let you guys hear it. I did put rubber tabs on it, so it does make it pretty quiet, but it's not too loud. Right over there. There you go, she's filling up. I'll let you know what she gets to. I think, like I said, she goes to 150 or 60. And if you guys want it to fill faster than this does fill kind of slow. If you want it to fill faster, I would just add another compressor. But like I said, it's up to you. All I needed was one. And if you guys are interested in it, make sure, when I talked to the guy, he told me I want to get the constant duty compressor. That means pretty much this compressor is not going to, die on me in 6 months or 2 months from running constantly. I do run it, I don't run it that much, but I do run it a lot on the desert. And he said the constant duty is made pretty much to run and be used more like an air compressor. The other ones are made for just a train horn, to use as the air horn, and that's about it. This one also, he said, doesn't get as hot, so that's another thing. It all depends on what you guys want to do. If you want just the horn, there's cheap kits out there you can do, but if you want pretty much the horn and to have onboard air, I would do it right and, get the good stuff. It's going to pay off down the line, and, you get what you pay for. All right, so it just shut off. Let's see. It stopped at, looks like, I don't know if you guys can see that there. So it looks like about just under 150, about 145 it stopped at. So, and that gets me, a lot of air. But also, one thing you guys, need to keep in mind, like for an example, see this at my house connected to my big 80-gallon. See how small this is? Yeah, I use this just because this holds so much air. But for something like a truck or a portable, I suggest you guys go with this. It's a half-inch airline. It works much better than your regular standard airline. Yeah, I had to put some adapters on it, but this thing is pretty much 10 times better than this little one. Obviously, I can move more air. This one can't. So that's something also to keep in mind. And that's it. When I want to turn it off, flip that switch, compressor's off, up is train horn, down is regular horn. You're also probably wondering how many times you have to drain this thing. Well, it's been about 2 months and I haven't drained it, so let's see how much water comes out of it. Alright, we got some water out of there. There is some water coming out of there. Not too much. That's in 2 months. But I do want to get that water out. It's a little rusty. And this is my pressure release. When you pull this. So there you guys go. That's how I did it. I pretty much took the spare tire off. That was the easiest for me just because it gave me a lot of room and I didn't have much room under this truck to play with. And also, I got 37s. I don't think the spare tire, I'm ever going to really put it on. So that's how I mounted everything. If you guys have any questions or need help, I will try to help you guys as much as I can. And also, I'm trying to respond to all your guys' comments. I'm getting a lot of comments, so just bear with me. I will try to get to all of them. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And this is Eddie's Life. Peace.